Hello, everybody. Pastor Ryan here. I hope that you're having a fantastic week and that you are finding ways to engage in our week of prayer and fasting here at CEC, as well as studying the scriptures together as we focus in on this week, especially how to pray and practice prayer. I'm realizing in my own personal life how challenging praying well is for me, and how quickly I can just switch in my heart from being someone who's just asking God to fill me with love and patience, and then being filled with frustration and anger at the slow car in front of me. And so I'm just finding myself this week overwhelmed by my own weakness, but realizing that things like scripture and being shaped by scripture and forming prayer and building the prayer life in ourselves, the transformative things of life are slow. Uh, so often we're built in our culture to just want the quick fix and the quick response, and that really easy success, and things of substance like faith and prayer and scripture just don't happen that way. And so it's really easy. I find myself getting discouraged in weeks like this. So I don't know if that's where you are. I hope you're not there. I hope God is just pouring His blessing on you through this week as you're praying and fasting, wherever you're at in that process. Continue to persevere. One of the prayers this week from the scriptures in the resource that Pastor Karen was putting together was from Colossians, and there Paul just prays that that God might give you the strength to persevere and endure, to have patient endurance. So that would be my encouragement to you this week as you're reading through Genesis 6 through 9 and the story of Noah. We also have just a really powerful text that we have to deal with this Sunday, and so I hope that you're wrestling with it. I'm struck initially by the grief with which God views the creation. And actually that word grief there is the same word that He says Eve will have when she gives birth, this pain. And in Romans 8, that creation is groaning with the pains of childbirth. This idea that life is hard, and that suffering and is a reality of our life. And God can bring really beautiful things out of really hard things. That strikes me. There's some interesting literary things that I'm excited to talk about on Sunday. I'm going to save those for Sunday. But flood stories in the ancient Near East are all over the place. And so the question in Noah is, how is the Bible story about the flood different than the Sumerian or the Mesopotamian or the Babylonian flood narratives? And so there's some really compelling things about this story that makes it unique and continues to give us this idea that the God that we worship is a good God, that even in His judgment shows mercy and faithfulness to His covenant people. So a couple little hints for Sunday. Continue to engage with the text this week and study it. We invite you to come tomorrow night to our night of worship and prayer. We have a spaghetti feed at 5 o'clock to share a meal together, and then from 6 to 7:30 is our music and prayer and worship time. And we'd love for you to come, bring your families as well, and it'll be a great time as a church family, kind of capping off our week. So may God be with you as He continues to do the hard work of transformation in your life. And we'll see you this weekend.